The following is a presentation of Algonquin College Broadcasting. The following is a presentation of Algonquin College Broadcasting. The following is a presentation of Algonquin College Broadcasting.
Good evening and welcome to Hothouse. My name is Laurie Fife. In the first term of Writing for Actors, students write a 10-minute play. This format challenges the writer to squeeze all the features of a full-length play, plot, character, and themes into the short form format. With many festivals devoted to short form writing, a 10-minute play is an essential part of a writer's portfolio. This evening, we bring you readings of 7 short plays. The subject matter varies, but be advised that many of the plays contain mature subject matter and strong language. After the first 4 plays, we'll take a brief break and have a Q&A with the first 4 writers, an intermission, and then reconvene for the final 3 readings, after which we'll have a Q&A with the last 3 writers. I want to thank David Grieg, Faculty of Broadcasting, and all the students in broadcasting for guiding us through this new virtual territory. Thank you also to Dan Paladin, Academic Chair, Media Studies, and Terry Loreto Valentic, Coordinator for Script Writing and Performing Arts, for their support for this event. And thank you to our playwrights, Sarah, Joanne, Victoria, Chow, Marie Chantel, Erin, and Sebastian for their imagination and hard work in bringing these stories to life. I also extend my thanks to Hannah Gibson Fraser, our Hothouse Artistic Director, a playwright and actor, a graduate of Algonquin College, and a professor in the Performing Arts program. Hannah has guided our actors through the rehearsal process. Thank you to everyone involved in Hothouse for your patience and your talent. And thank you especially to you, our audience, for joining us online for this presentation. Enjoy. And now I turn things over to Hannah Gibson Fraser.
Thank you, Laurie. Thank you for the wonderful introduction, as always. Welcome, everyone, to our final Hothouse event of 2021. As mentioned, my name is Hannah Gibson Fraser. So as you know by now, each year we have a series of staged readings to give the script writing students an opportunity to hear their works come to life. This event offers them a chance to hear how an actor and to see how a director would interpret their work. So each play that you are about to see is a work in progress, and hopefully a majority of them do become full-length plays. This process, as you know by now, it comes over 3 or 2 short rehearsals where I get to work with the writers once and then with the actors, and then here we are to you. So as a writer, it is important to create distinctive voices that are separate from our own to allow for proper interpretation by the actors. Hearing the words come to life do allow the writers an opportunity to hear things that they wouldn't have otherwise picked up, which allows for growth of the characters and the play. And that's what makes Hothouse so special. So, pardon me here. So, of course, I would like to thank the television broadcasting program for making this possible for the script writing students in these bizarre times. But now we've got you for next year when we're back on the stage, and you can stream us directly from N112. So I would like to welcome our readers for the evening, our actors. We have Chantel Roy, Rosalia Red, Kaylee Trihorn, Xander Storm, Mark Templin, Vincent Valentino, and myself. After the first four shows, as Lori mentioned, we will have a brief Q&A and then intermission, and then finish with our final three. And with that, I hope you have your drinks and snacks ready. Please, I welcome our first playwright of the evening, Sarah Pickering.
Hi, I'm Sarah Pickering, and my play is A Murder Maybe. Two young adults with a flair for the dramatics must figure out what to do with a possible dead body. Potential murders are always a bummer, but this one is a giant layered mess. I hope you enjoy.
Lights up on Stacy's studio apartment. At the front of the stage lies the motionless body of Tom. A fluffy white rug under him is stained from the blood pooling from the back of his head. Stacy kneels over him.
Father Mucker!
She pulls out her phone. Lights up on Oliver. His phone rings.
Stacy, I thought Tom got back today.
Oh, he's back. Listen, I have to tell you something.
Then shouldn't you little lovebirds, be getting freaky?
Getting freaky? What the crap, Oliver? How old are you?
No, that reminds me of this funny thing that happened in class today.
No, Oliver, listen.
Honey, it's rude to interrupt.
Oliver! I killed Tom!
Oh, you killed him, did you?
No, Ollie!
Oh my God, I'm so single. Tell me everything.
Listen to me. Tom is not breathing. Tom's head is oozing blood onto my favorite fluffy white rug. Tom is super dead. At least I'm pretty sure he is. I didn't mean to. I've been watching the news, keeping up with the break-ins that have been happening in my building, right? And I guess his plane landed early because he showed up like 3 hours before he said he would, and I don't know, I thought I was in danger, so...
Oh, fuck.
You know that old joke about who you'd call to help you bury a dead body?
Mm-hmm. Oh, hell no, absolutely not.
Oliver, don't be a baby. I'm not even sure if he's... Maybe we could revive him.
Clean up your decaying boyfriend by yourself.
I'm freaking out. I'll be arrested. You know I can't be a felon.
Of course not. I mean, you can't. You're like the biggest control freak I know. And those jumpsuits, ew. Orange isn't your color.
Wait, are you serious?
You would completely lose it in jail.
But I have so many orange clothes.
You're just so goddamn paranoid. Remember when you were so convinced that Tom was cheating on you? And you put that tracker in his wallet?
I thought it complimented my skin tone.
Anyways, good luck with the corpse. And so I have a psych final in the morning.
Wait. This is like literally life or death. I would help you if you thought you maybe sort of, kind of possibly killed someone. That's what best friends are for.
Death, Stace. It's just death or death. He's not going to get less dead if I don't skip over there and help you. Like, yank his teeth out of his face or whatever.
What?
They're like fingerprints, so nobody can identify him. I saw it on last night's episode of, what was it, Stabby Killer?
Wait, is that a real show? Can you really identify someone by their teeth?
How do you not know this? Oh my God, this is serious. Okay, I'll be right over. Kisses!
Must be on HBO. Okay, Stacy, look alive. Whew, it's just a little blood coming from a possibly dead body. A possibly dead, rotting body. Your boyfriend's possibly dead, rotting body. That's fine. Totally fine. Maybe he's not even that dead. Maybe he's just resting because he's super tired from being, whacked on the head. Oh my God, Tom. I hate to tell you this, but I think your brain is leaking onto my favorite fluffy white rug. Man, I'm so sorry. Sorry about encouraging your brain's untimely exit from your skull.
Oliver quietly walks into Stacy's apartment and stands behind her. She bends down, reaching out lovingly towards Tom, and rips the white rug right out from under him.
But mainly I'm sorry about this rug. Completely ruined the things you do for love, I guess. Hey, Tom, can you hear me? I could try and, bring you back to life or whatever. Or I can make sure you're dead and stay dead. Don't tempt me, mister.
Oliver startles Stacy so that she screams and throws the rug right at him.
Are you kidding me? I don't want Tom's brain juice on my brand new shirt. Thank you. No.
How did you even get in here?
The door was unlocked, you psycho. Maybe that's why there's been so many break-ins in this building. Maybe you and your neighbors are just idiots who don't understand safety. Yeah.
Whatever. Okay, I have bigger problems right now.
Damn, Stace. His head is... it's no longer a head shape. How did your little noodle arms even manage that?
I know, right? I didn't think a frying pan could do so much damage.
Oh, a frying pan? Honestly? I'm kind of impressed, but also, he's starting to get off a rather intense odor that I can't say I really care for.
I know, right? It kind of smells like that one time that Mom forgets to feed the cat, and it was all like, "That's fine, you monster. I'll get my own food." And it came home with an enormous dead bird.
You had the weirdest situation.
Anyway, the smell was like next level ass. We gotta figure out what to do with him before his exposed cranium exposes me to the entire freaking world.
Yeah. Okay. Calm down. I brought this.
A sword? You brought a flippin' sword? How do you even have... Where did you keep... Oh my God. What is happening?
You might want to reel in the judgment, Stace, all right? You're the one who killed the guy.
But what's it for?
Blue?
Are you kidding? That's your brilliant idea? He's not a freaking piece of pizza. Ollie, we can't just slice him up and call it a day.
Yeah, whatever. You're right. Maybe we should just call your good pal Hannibal Lecter to help you out instead.
Hilarious. Okay, we don't even know if he's dead. Shouldn't we give him, CRP or whatever?
CPR. Maybe if you spent a little less time ogling Tom during class, you would know what to do in this situation, Stacy.
Oh yeah, I'm sure Mr. Jones gave us a thorough step-by-step on how to revive someone whose stinking head is broken.
What do you mean revive? You said his brain was coming out. This isn't Grey's Anatomy. Although if McDreamy walked in right now, I swear to God.
Oliver, focus. What am I supposed to do?
Listen, Stacy, I know this is hard to hear, but maybe it's time to finish the job. There you go. I mean, if you don't get rid of the evidence, you're definitely going to go to jail.
Oh man, I can't be a felon. Not right now.
Stacy takes a deep breath, taking the sword. She raises it over her head, ready to decapitate Tom. A pizza guy casually walks into the apartment.
I got a large pepperoni for Miss Stabby Killer. Ah!
You ordered pizza? Really? Okay, I called you to help me clean up a potentially dead man, and you thought of food?
Listen, I thought we would need sustenance. I've never chopped a human body before, Stace. I'm sorry. I assumed it would be like exhausting. And we would need some energy, okay?
Okay, what do we do with him?
Okay, what do you mean?
Well, what do you mean, what do I mean? The pizza guy just saw us kneeling over a dead body with me holding a freaking sword over my head.
Mhm.
What do you think? He's just gonna stroll on home and never think about this ever again?
The pizza guy wakes up and runs away.
Well, what are you waiting for? Go after him!
Darling, you know I don't run unless I'm being chased.
Oliver's phone rings. Oliver's
your
phone
mom.
rings.
It's your mom. I can't ignore her. She'll think it's suspicious.
She's not going to guess all this.
True, but I should. Hello, Stacy's mom. Hey. Hey, how is it going? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, Stacy? No, she's hasn't been answering her phone. And you have something to tell her. Oh, yeah, I'm with her at her apartment.
Stacy slaps the phone out of Oliver's hand.
What was that for?
I'm not talking to her at the moment.
Because
everyone in my life is majorly disappointing me right now.
Tom's disappointing you?
Okay, I wasn't going to say anything, but remember that tracker I put in his wallet? Well, okay, anyway, long story short, I found out he was cheating on me.
Do you know who with?
No, I was too blood-boilingly angry to find out.
Stace, I think I need to tell you something. I wanted to tell you for a while now. It was Tom who made me promise not to keep it a secret. And I felt so majorly terrible about it.
Oh my God! Is that why you didn't want to help me revive him?
Stacy's super dead. I'm not a magician.
Well, I hope you can live with it.
Live with what?
The fact that you're the reason for his death?
Wait. Stacy? Did you try to murder him? Like on purpose? Huh?
Ow, I feel like death. Oh.
Oh, hey, Tom, you're alive.
Listen, how is he alive? You said his brains were leaking.
Oh, it's just ground turkey.
Oh, my God, Stace, you hit him with a frying pan that you were actually cooking with? Why would you just assume they want brains? You really need to pay more attention in class.
Brains and turkey. What happened?
Stacy's mom dramatically enters.
Stacy, you cannot ignore your poor mother any longer. Tom, oh, Tom, are you hurt?
She bends down and grabs Tom's head in her hands.
No, Mom, it's ketchup. And that new flat addition to his head is a style choice.
Young lady, I have had it with the attitude.
I have something to say.
You've had it with my attitude? You're the one who's always sneaking around and leaving me alone to fend for myself.
It's time for me to be honest.
Stace. I think maybe you're projecting.
I'm in love with Stacy's mom.
Oh my God! You've been sneaking around my boyfriend? You monster!
Oh, enough with the drama, Stacy. We simply cannot help who we love.
Well, there's only one solution to this sticky little situation, isn't there?
Mm-hmm. Forgiveness. Yeah.
Understanding.
Oh, Advil?
Nope. Murder.
Stacy swiftly picks up the sword and kills all three of them in a slow soap opera-like fashion. She stands and drops the sword before reaching into her pocket for her phone.
Hey, Brad. I have to tell you something.
End of play.
Good evening. Beyond the Glass is a play about a very shy teenage girl who finds connection and hope beyond her glass menagerie. I hope that you will enjoy it.
Interior of the Burns family trailer. The kitchen is old and messy. Sandra sits at a small kitchen table. She turns up the music and sings along to the song Dancing Queen.
You can dance, you can jive, having the time of your life. Oh, see that girl, watch that scene, digging the dancing queen. Oh yeah, I was that girl, dancing with all the boys. Bugger. I could have been a model or a dancer. I should have hooked up with Robert. I'd be driving a new car every year. Lisa, get out here. It's your turn to wash the dishes. Tim's on his way home. Lisa, did you hear me? Get out here now.
Lisa shuffles into the kitchen.
What is so important you can't help out when you're asked?
Nothing.
What? Stop mumbling. Geez, girl, how are you going to get on in life if you can't speak up? No guy is going to come talk to a mumbling idiot. You know, you're going to be 18 soon. You need to be out looking for a job. Instead, you just sit in your damn room staring out the window or at those stupid glass animals. You know, I have half a mind to throw them in the trash. You do know your father is not some goddamn unicorn that will take you out of this hellhole and into some fantasy land, right?
You don't understand what it's like. How I feel? Dad cared. He cared about me and Tim. You just care about yourself.
Lisa storms back to her room. Tim enters with a six-pack of beer.
Lisa, get back here and finish the dishes.
I got it.
You are always covering for her. What's she going to do when you find yourself a girl and move out of this dump? You are looking for a girl?
Yes, Ma. There's one that comes into the diner.
Well, get her number. Ask her out. You know, girls, they play hard to get. They want the guy to pursue them, but not too hard. Not like a greaseball. I've met my fair share of them when I was a barmaid. I did look pretty hot back then. I still do.
All right, Russ is on his way. I asked him to come for dinner. He's bringing a pizza.
Russ, is he the guy with the big head of hair?
come on. He's a great guy. Please just be nice.
Aren't I always the best hostess? Thanks for the 6-pack. I'll pay you on Friday.
Meanwhile, in her room, Lisa looks at the glass plate that holds several small glass figurines: a unicorn, an elephant, a horse, and a bird.
He'll be back, and he'll take us away from here. From her. She only thinks of herself. I wish she would be gone and only Daddy, Tim, and I were together. She doesn't see me. But all of you do. I can't stand being in here. I can't go back out there. All she does is judge me. Even the kids at school think I'm a weirdo. I just want to be normal.
She gently picks up the glass unicorn.
And pretty. And unique. Just like you are. But I'm just a freak.
Lisa is startled by a knock on the door.
Hey, Liz. Listen, my friend Russ is bringing some pizza for dinner. We may watch some TV later, all right? Hey, okay. I'll bring you a piece of pizza, but at least come out and say hello, okay?
Whatever.
Tim returns to the kitchen. Russ enters with the pizza and soft drinks.
Mom, this is my friend Russ. Russ, this is my mom.
Pleasure. You can call me Sandra.
Pleased to meet you, Miss Burns. I mean, Sandra.
Russ shakes her hand.
Ooh, such soft hands.
Yeah, I constantly have to wash them, so I put cream on them so they don't have to crack.
I'm gonna have one of those beer now.
Yeah, they should be cold. I grabbed the ones in the back of the cooler.
Do you want to join me?
Nah, I have an early shift tomorrow.
I'm good with a soda.
We have sodas?
Yeah, I brought a few to go with the pizza.
Yeah, I thought Lisa would like one too.
Lisa. She probably won't even come out of her room.
Lisa quietly sneaks up the hall to listen to the conversation.
It's him from the library. He has such a great smile.
So, do you like working as a cook?
Yeah, my mom would get me to help her cook when I was a kid, mainly cookies. Then she got me to make breakfast, then stews. She made it fun. I think I'd like to have my own diner someday.
Even his voice sounds nice. His mother loved him.
Wow, handsome Anne has big aspirations, this one.
Well, Russ has been teaching me some of his cooking tricks. He makes a mean lasagna.
So, Russ, do you have a girlfriend?
Mom!
What? Just making conversation?
Not yet. It's hard when I'm working at the diner and helping my dad with my two brothers. So, where's your sister, Lisa? I remember seeing her in the library with a stack of books.
He's talking about me? Oh my God, he saw me. He remembers me. He wants to talk to me? Why? Look at me. I'm hideous.
She's still a little shy, so I told her I would bring her a piece of pizza and a root beer.
Sandra grabs the tray and hands it to Russ.
Russ, why don't you take this to Lisa? It's about time she sees a new face.
Are you sure?
Of course, I raised my kids to be civilized.
Hey, Lisa, my friend Russ is going to bring you a piece of pizza, all right?
Lisa runs quietly to her room, closes the door. She looks around her room, throws the covers over the pillows on the bed, and sits on the edge of the bed. There's a soft knock on the door.
Hey, Lisa. Russ. I saw you at the library a few times. You had these books on poetry. Poe, Dickinson, and Williams. Some of my favorites, too. Anyhow, I have a piece of pizza and a drink for you. Um, should I just leave them at the door?
Lisa opens the door.
Hi. Hello. Thanks.
Nice to meet you. Finally. Tim talks about you. Only good things. You know, how you're real good in school. Actually, my brother Kenny has a copy of one of your drawings of a cat on a bird ledge. And, the, the glass menagerie. My mom has a glass giraffe that her grandmother gave her when she was a kid. She loved it more. She kept it on her night table. Me and my brothers would sit with her on her bed, and she'd tell us, and she made up stories about the giraffe. She passed away last year.
Oh, I'm sorry about your mom. I'm sure she was a lovely person. My dad gave me these when I was little. They remind me of happy times.
To be honest, I worry that one of my younger brothers might end up breaking the figurine someday. They like to wrestle. Maybe I could bring it over and you could hold on to it for me. Add it to your collection.
Sure.
I know the giraffe is only glass, but when you hold it into the light, it makes everything sparkle. Like anything is possible.
End of play.
Hi, I'm Victoria Bruno, and I will be presenting my play, Late at Night. Nothing is scarier than being caught in an intimate moment. It stretches on forever. For Naomi, it's with her best friend, Erin. Will they open up about their trauma or spoil their friendship? I hope you enjoy.
Naomi and Aaron lie in bed, caught in the midst of an intimate act. Naomi lies underneath her friend, with her hand against his chest. They stare at each other, a mixture of confusion and paralyzing fear.
Did I do something?
No, you didn't. I think.
Naomi pushes against him gently, and he immediately moves away. She puts on a sweater.
If I did something wrong, you could tell me. Can we talk for a second, please? Seriously, just if I upset you.
I'm not upset.
You're underdressed.
No, I don't. Can we not talk about this ever? Okay, I need a minute. I can't do this right now.
Alright, yeah, that's fine. We don't have to talk.
It's not you. You know that, right?
Oh no, it's fine. I'm not a baby.
You're not a baby. I didn't mean to offend you. I'm sorry.
Hey, it's okay. I was just joking, you know? Ha ha ha. Come on, you know how I am.
I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have asked you. I really messed up. I should go. I'm not feeling good anymore.
Slow down.
I'm sorry.
Slow down. No one's forcing you to go anywhere. You're safe here. You said you're feeling sick. but it'd probably be better for both of us if you stayed.
I'm not sick.
Same difference. But if you insist, you can go.
Well, you're holding my hand pretty tight. I don't think I'll be going anywhere. Don't make me talk about it.
I won't. I'm not here to judge. I'm here to listen.
Everyone else does.
Not me. I'm like the king of no judgment. You forget? I have yet to tell anyone about when you almost crashed my car during winter break.
Oh, God. When we showed up at the ski lodge?
I took the fall for that. You're welcome, by the way. This isn't the same as about to roll around in blankets, but you get the idea.
I don't know. And I may not ever know, but me telling you doesn't change the fact that you saying I won't judge you doesn't make me believe you.
Okay, but just know that if you're having a problem, I want to be there to help. I know exactly how you feel.
Yeah, I don't think you're the one that got your tits groped.
I asked you if that was okay. We agreed on having sex.
I know. I panicked. I already feel bad enough. I don't know why I can't do this.
Deep breaths. I get it. It's genuinely terrifying.
No, you don't get it. You've never had your body violated by someone you trust. Oh. When you said no. What happened?
Friend of the family. She lived a couple blocks away in our neighborhood as a kid. But this isn't about me. I don't want to make you feel like your problems don't matter. I just want you to know that I understand.
No, go on. I'm listening.
There isn't much to it. It was the worst mistake of my life. And I might throw up thinking back to it.
Do you still talk to them?
God, no. It's really gross to say this, but sometimes I miss her for some reason. Even though I know what she did is wrong, I can't explain it. Like, she's a terrible human being, but deep down I'm convinced that's what I deserve.
You didn't.
Yeah, I know. What about you? Actually, no. That's a horrible question. You don't have to answer that. Sleep is starting to sound more appealing, actually.
Promise you won't judge me. Well, we were kids. We're not related or anything, but well, we grew up together, so yeah. You can imagine how confused I was when we were alone in a room and well, he started asking me to okay, well, I'll be honest, I was kind of happy because I thought he loved me more than everyone else. I liked the attention and I thought it was good and that since he was happy too, it was a year like that. I can't remember everything clearly. And honestly, I don't want to. But sometimes I tried to get him to stop. And I didn't want to tell anyone, so I tried handling it myself but I was a stupid kid and he knew how to convince me.
You're not stupid. Don't do that to yourself.
If I don't call myself stupid, then like at least I have an excuse for not knowing better.
That's not fair to you at all.
Well, we never talked about it. And after a while, I forgot, but I always knew something was wrong, and I was fine for the longest time. Then it all comes rushing back, and I get sick to my stomach every time I think about it, and I don't even want to think about it. It pops into my head, into my mind out of nowhere, and I suddenly feel disgusting. I didn't know what I was doing. I thought it was fine. But now I'm older and I have all these horror stories in my head, and I can't look at myself without knowing my body isn't my own and someone else has been here. And I can't get their stench off. I try so hard to believe that body autonomy crap, but I know it's mine. I know I'm not gross, and it's not my fault. And the people I talk to, sometimes even my own family, they make me feel like it's my fault, and they don't even know.
You thought having sex would fix that?
Well, I thought it would make it the act more tolerable, or I'd get used to the idea of someone touching me. There's something wrong with me. I try to convince myself that he didn't know any better, and just so I don't have to face it. But I don't see them and talk to them as much anymore, but I still care about them. And I also hate them. Like, I hope they know their mistakes and what they did, but I don't know. It's terrifying to think who they might have hurt after me.
Yeah, it's hard to live with.
We can stop talking about it now, if you want.
I just want to make sure I didn't hurt you.
No, you didn't. I'm okay. You?
Better. I mean, not better because you have to tell me your darkest fears. I'm happy you trust me enough. We don't have to have sex anymore. By the way, I am no longer in the mood.
Oh, good. Oh, I'm glad we're on the same page. I'm glad you told me about your problems, too. No offense to you, but this whole being emotionally vulnerable thing is exhausting and has me wiped out. Sleep sounds really good right now.
Bet it is. You know, I shaved my legs for this, right?
What? Why?
I'm hairy. I thought you'd like me smooth.
Well, I didn't shave my legs. I don't care. Be hairy.
Fine, but don't grope them.
You're disgusting.
They lay in bed and cover themselves with a heavy blanket. End of play.
Jenny, a detective story fan and a tenant of the same building, together with a mysterious visitor Ben, tries to solve the case. In the end, the truth she finds is not just who is the killer. You are about to enter another dimension. My name is Chao Li, and this is Lost Case.
In the hallway of an apartment building, Ben sits on a bench. Behind him, police cordons block off an entrance. A policeman examines a vending machine.
How come this shit only accepts coins?
He kicks the vending machine and shouts to the others in the apartment.
I'm going downstairs. Get some snacks. Be right back.
Jenny enters, carrying a grocery bag. The policeman runs toward her. She barely dodges him and drops the bag.
Hey, watch out!
The policeman keeps running. Ben steps toward her and picks up the bag.
Is it me or is the world getting crazier?
How do you feel? Come and sit down.
Thank you, mister. That man really scared me.
They sit down.
Do you know why those cops are here?
The landlord found a woman's body in there.
A dead woman? What killed her?
Murdered this morning.
A murder? Huh. I like your notebook. You keep everything in there?
Yeah, it's a habit from work.
Ben closes the ledger.
So you're with Homicide or CSI?
I'm here to pick up the dead.
Oh, I got it. Coroner, right?
Close.
Wow. You know, I have a habit too. I love detective stories. Hey, we can solve this case.
Pardon?
You and me, like Poirot and Watson.
Sorry, I have a tight schedule.
Oh, come on. It will take them a while to finish in there anyway. What can be more exciting than a murder? You don't want an old lady to beg you, do ya?
Okay. Let me check my schedule. We have 10 minutes.
Yay. By the way, my name is Jenny. Nice to meet you.
They shake hands.
Ben, the pleasure's all mine.
Lovely name, Ben. Okay, first we need more info.
Well, like what?
Anything detailed. They won't let me in. You go.
I can try. You just sit here. Don't go anywhere.
Ben lifts the curtains and exits the room.
Where can I go?
She saunters toward the vending machine.
This is ridiculous. Why don't I have one of these by my door? I should write a letter to Mr. Crawford.
Ben returns. Seeing the empty bench, he looks around in panic.
Looking for me?
Oh, phew. What do you want to hear first?
Lots of blood?
Everywhere.
God bless. Cause of death?
Blunt trauma. Repeated blows. Her head is smashed. Her brains are all over the place.
Yeah, right. Don't get too detailed. The weapon.
Don't know what could make such an injury yet.
And they've searched everywhere?
Yes, it's not a big building, and she was the only tenant on this floor. The other rooms are empty.
No neighbors? Ha! Lucky girl. Oh, well, I mean, not that lucky.
She wrote a lot of letters to the landlord. The last neighbor moved out in May.
Mr. Crawford is a good man. He can handle everything. How about the cameras?
And no strangers. Only the landlord and the janitor were here today. But somehow the cameras went offline this morning. They only got the footage of the janitor entering the floor and the landlord dashing out of the room to call the police.
That's weird.
Which part?
I didn't think the janitor worked in the morning.
You're right. The landlord sent him here to apologize. The woman wanted him to be fired.
Oh, thank God I'm not the only one who doesn't like him. What's his name? Wong? He never cleans the handrail on the staircases. Did they find him?
Yes, he was here all day. He said the woman was still alive when he left.
Then why was Mr. Crawford here?
He showed the police a letter from the woman. She seemed to have more to complain about in person.
So then it's clear Wong did it.
You sure?
Well, yeah. He didn't want to apologize. They had a quarrel. He was pissed and killed her. You know, motive plus timing.
But he never left the building. Where could he have hidden the weapon?
There must be a secret vault or bomb shelter or something.
This is a new building. No such thing.
But what about the vending machine? Did they check that?
Yes, it was installed yesterday. Brand new.
I mean, inside.
Nothing suspicious. The only detachable part is the coin box. Full and very heavy. No one could use it as a weapon.
How many coins?
100 or two. A lot.
Well, that's interesting.
Voices can be heard off screen.
What's that?
Let me check. You sit back. Don't move.
Ben strides off the stage. Jenny sits down again and sifts through the grocery bag.
Donuts? I don't remember buying these. Where did I go today?
Ben returns with a smile on his face.
You're right. It's the janitor.
Wong?
Yep. Someone found his jumpsuit and hat in the garbage can.
A hat.
Yes, a knitted hat, drenched with blood.
And the jumpsuit also drenched?
Not exactly. Hey, Jenny, you solved the case before the cops.
Jenny paces around in contemplation. Ben stares at her, confused.
What's wrong?
She stops.
I think I figured out where the weapon is. And, oh my God, I know who did it.
What, not Wong?
No, it's Mr. Crawford.
But the hat and
Who
the jumpsuit.
wears a hat in June? And why so much blood on it? He bumped her to death with his forehead? Like,
Oh, so the hat is a setup?
and the murder weapon. I mean, part of the weapon.
Where's the rest?
Jenny points at the vending machine.
Right there behind you.
But they checked it. They didn't find anything.
You said it was installed yesterday. How come the coin box is full? You know, a loonie is about 6 grams. Put all of them into a knitted hat.
Then you have a blunt weapon.
That's it. And he controls those cameras, right? He probably bought that machine just for this plan. And after the police take Wong, he just sneaks back and gets rid of the coins. And there may be her blood on the coins.
Brilliant, Detective Jenny.
Thanks. Like I said, it was very exciting. Oh, no.
Everything okay?
Does this mean I have to move out? I really like this apartment. There were some noisy neighbors, but recently they're all very quiet.
Jenny, you remember something?
Yeah. I think Mr. Crawford gave me those donuts. He knows I love them.
When did he give them to you?
This morning, he came to my apartment and he wanted me to leave.
And what happened next?
We had a quarrel. He was very angry.
And then?
And then
Jenny suddenly turns to look at the blocked door.
Yes, Jenny, I'm sorry. That's your apartment.
I was wondering why my back wasn't bothering me today.
That's the first thing on your mind?
What do you mean?
No shock, frustration, denial? You know, those feelings?
Not really. I'm all right. I do feel a lot of eyes in the dark are watching me. How creepy they are.
That's normal.
Do you think the cops will get him?
Ben turns the pages of his ledger.
I don't know the details, but I'll pick him up next year in a prison. I think that answers your question.
Well, thank you, Mr. Reaper, for everything.
Don't mention it. And please, call me Ben. Jenny, you're a wonderful detective.
Ironically, my first case is also my last.
I believe you'll have new cases in the other world.
You have murders there too?
Well, technically, murder is quite difficult to commit over there, but we have all kinds of shit. You'll be busy.
Language, Ben.
They laugh and walk off the stage, leaving the grocery bag on the bench. The policeman returns and passes through them like running through the air. The policeman shouts to others in the apartment.
Hey guys, it seems the landlord exchanged a lot of coins from the stores downstairs. Is that weird?
End of play.
Hi there. Sorry for the interruption. It looks like college Wi-Fi went down and we were interrupted during the middle of our last play. But that's the online world. So now we're going to bring on board again our first 4 writers for a brief Q&A. So first up will be Sarah Pickering of A Murder Maybe. Hi, Sarah.
Hi, Lori.
So I've got a couple of questions and then a few that were tossed to me by other people who've been watching. You made a number of rewrites in this play, and I know you were searching for a particular tone. And how would you describe the tone of A Murder Maybe?
I really wanted something that was dealt with a serious subject matter like murder and cheating and betrayal, but to make it silly and goofy and fun and kind of soap opera like, because that's what I tend to gravitate towards.
Particular inspiration for this play?
Yes, the song Stacy's Mom by Fountains of Wayne. I was listening to it and thinking, poor Stacy. And, her boyfriend is so mean to her and wants to get with her mom. That really sucks. So I was thinking, trying to give her a different platform that maybe she could get him back.
That Stacy didn't really murder Tom, but do you think she has any suspicions that there might be something going on between him and another woman or even her mother?
Yeah, I definitely think she did, and that was the little her putting the tracker in his wallet. She definitely had her suspicions before any of the chaos started happening. So it kind of leads to the fact that did she murder him on purpose the whole time? Was this all orchestrated to look like an accident? Was she fooling Oliver?
Just throwing him some warnings. Maybe it was a little more intended. Do you see yourself pursuing this material in the future, these characters working their way into something else, or this theme, something you might explore again?
Yeah, definitely. I really enjoyed this play in the end. It's very fun and very my style of writing that I enjoy doing. I was thinking it would fit good as a short film, maybe to post on YouTube. I got a lot of inspiration from SNL comedy sketches, so maybe take some inspiration from those and shorten it a bit.
Well, good work, and thank you, Sarah.
Thank you.
Okay, wonderful. So now we'll move on to our second writer of the evening, Joanne in Beyond the Glass.
Hi, Lori.
Hi, Joanne. So one of the things I wanted to ask you about is Beyond the Glass is inspired by, adapted from Tennessee Williams' The Glass Menagerie, which is such a beautiful image. Is there something about Tennessee Williams' original play that sparked in you the desire to write your own work based on it?
Yeah, I really like the play because it was about personal feelings. It's a memory play, so he's actually, someone who's feeling somewhat out of sorts, feeling alone, and I found that that was quite sad. But at the same time, the title of the play, The Glass Menagerie, in my mind brought me, thoughts of like something that was more like happiness. So it was kind of interesting. And I thought, how could I change it up a little bit?
It is interesting when you mention that image of happiness from the Glass Menagerie. William's play is often referred to as a tragedy, but how is your play different?
So I used some of the same themes, the self-doubt that he had, the feeling that he was an outcast, that he was feeling, different from everyone. And I think that those feelings we all maybe have, felt something like that, especially as teenagers. Um, but when I got Lisa to, take a chance, and when she opens that door to and meets Russ, that kind of sheds a new light on life, because he sees her quite differently than she sees herself. He sees her as smart and talented, interesting. So the glass menagerie is something that they also have in common. She has, her glass animals, and some attachment from her father, and he, talks of the glass giraffe that his mother had. And I found that then that became a metaphor for probably happiness and change and what's possible. And it, ties back to that sort of feeling of bringing in some of that happiness.
Absolutely. And it also demonstrates, and you're making it clearer and clearer, how when you use an original text of a play like The Glass Menagerie, you can explore so much richness on each level of the characters and the plot. It gives you a lot to go with. So lovely work, Joanne, and thank you.
Thank you.
So we'll move on now to Victoria, Late at Night. Hi, Victoria. Hi. So your play explores some very delicate moments that happen between people in relationships. I'm sure there were a lot of people who were listening, were going, oh, I recognize that awkwardness that can accompany this experience.
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely. Is this the kind of exploration that you feel theater can bring us and that is necessary in theater?
Absolutely. Generally, I'm usually more comfortable writing with scripts for TV or film, I find, but with theater, it really pushed me to kind of look somewhere deeper. And I feel that when writing this and doing the research, it translated better than I think it would if it were just a recorded, monitored thing. Just having it live on a stage definitely brings a bit of an essence to it that I feel like you can't replicate just recording it on camera. And I honestly think that I'd like to write more in the future. And I believe that a lot more people should embrace it, especially in terms of theater writing. And it it was an experience, and it was quite cathartic in a sense of, even if you can't necessarily relate to this experience directly, you can still have some likeness to it and some relatability.
That's wonderful. And what I've discovered in class with your readings that we do is that you are also an actor. Do you see yourself writing plays that you would perform in?
Maybe. I did a little bit of acting for high school, 3 years of drama, and I didn't like anything else. It was so much fun. Um, so if I have the opportunity in the future, maybe, yeah.
Is there a particular message that you would like people to take away from Late at Night?
I would say be honest with yourself and your feelings, and be with people that you trust. And sometimes it may seem that nobody else will understand you, or that you are completely alone, but that's not the case. It takes a lot of courage, but honestly, you will come out the other side a lot better than you can imagine.
Very strongly stated in the play as well, Victoria. Thank you.
Thank you.
So we'll go on to the last of our first 4 plays, and here's Chao Li.
Hi,
And
Lori.
how are you doing, Chao?
Great. Thank you.
But I think we got the story, and we knew what world we were in, as you had mentioned in your introduction, another dimension. And yes, speaking, we're all living in other dimensions, it seems, right now.
Yeah.
And talking about Ben and what we discover about him, he seems on this occasion to decide that he's going to spend a little more time with Jenny, figuring out who she is in this situation and what draws him to her.
Actually, I think at the beginning, Ben is doing his regular job today, and he is very curious about Jenny because he finds a little different. He found her is a little different, and I think both of them are loners. Like Ben is feeling lonely because his job, and Jenny, like she wants to be alone. She doesn't like neighbors, and she lives alone. So maybe Ben sees some similarity on her. So yeah, he spent more time on her.
Of all the people that he's had to usher into a new realm, a new dimension.
Yes.
This is a very unique approach to a story that addresses the theme of the afterlife. Is this whole other dimension of the afterlife something that you as a writer think you will continue to pursue?
Yes, I think so. I'm think maybe this story can continue to be a TV series or something. Yeah.
It could be a series of encounters in which Ben is constantly charged with the task of ushering people into that other dimension of the afterlife. And
Yes.
I guess he's sort of like the boatman, Charon, getting ready to usher them across the river Styx. So I had a final question, and something may pop to mind or not, but someone wanted to know if you had actors in mind to play either Ben or Jenny. So I'll make that a little easier and say, when you're writing, do you think of particular actors playing the part?
Maybe Meryl Streep.
Okay, that's a great choice. She'd make a wonderful Jenny. So that's great. Well, who knows, if it goes to something bigger, you may find yourself thinking of actors to play the various parts. Thank you very much, Charles.
Thank you.
Okay, and now I think we're finished our first Q&A, and Hannah is ready to come on board. Hannah?
There we go. There we go. What great questions, what great answers by the writers. Thank you all so much. Audience, thank you so much. So our next 3 playwrights are Marie Chantel, Aaron, and Sebastian. Please sit back and enjoy. Ella's nursery room, daytime. Ella stands center stage, struggling with a mobile and its instructions.
Is the picture upside down? Why is that the only thing I achieve and is messing up?
Darcy enters wrapped in a blanket.
Only 2 more weeks and we finally figure out if the baby likes this yellow coating or preferred my lavender choice. Hey, what's wrong? Are you having contractions?
No, thankfully. Are you feeling better? Did you find those Advil in the cabinet?
My head's getting a little better. I just needed some sleep. The pill bottle's actually empty.
Can't take care of my friend. How can anyone expect me to take care of a child? I don't think I can do this.
You have lived with me for this long. I think you can do anything.
Darcy, I'm being serious.
As am I. I have been front row witness to every challenge you have faced, and I promise you, this will be your favorite challenge yet. You're going to be a great, strong mother.
What if I can't? I couldn't keep the father around for the second trimester, and maybe I'm not meant to take care of things. I don't know how to.
He no longer exists in our world. Got it? You're incredible, Ella. You got this. Plus, you have me. You'll always have me.
They embrace.
How about we go make some tea?
No, thanks. I'm gonna go for a walk. I just need some fresh air.
Be careful out there. The snow's been coming down like crazy.
Darcy picks up the instructions and heads over to the mobile. She begins to fidget with it. Soft music plays from it. The soft music continues. It's then accompanied by the sound of ambulance sirens. The soft music comes to a stop. Interior of a hospital room, daytime. Hospital machines and screens stand in the center of the stage, surrounded by trays with medical instruments and a hospital crib. Dr. Turner and a nurse rush onto the stage, pushing a hospital bed with Ella on it. She's covered in blood. A rapid heartbeat pulse is audible.
Her heart rate is increasing. I'm putting her under now.
We need to get the baby out now. Despite her other injuries, her stomach seems to have avoided the worst of it, but we have to act quickly to save that baby.
We might be able to keep her alive until the C-section is nearly finished. She lost lots of blood, and her head injuries are severe.
Let's get the C-section completed first, and we'll see what state she's in. Is she under yet?
Going under now. 10, 9, 8, 7.
Ella's heartbeat is still audible.
It's okay.
Hospital room, nighttime. Dr. Turner and the nurse operate. We see Ella's silhouette on the operating table.
Preparing to make the first incision.
Ella sits up suddenly.
It's all right, darling. We're okay now. We're okay. Wait, the hospital? But I was outside. Why was I on the floor? What's going on? Hello? Hello?
Her blood pressure is rising rapidly.
Ella turns around and sees her body on the operating table.
That's me! What are you doing to me? What happened?
Making the first incision now. Let's begin.
Dr. Turner picks up the scalpel. Ella grabs the sides of her stomach and falls to the ground, gasping for air.
Stop! Stop it, for heaven's sake! Please, make it stop!
Everything seems to be going well so far, which is incredible considering everything that happened. Do you think she'll pull out of this?
After her accident, her current state is very fragile. We don't know how much time she has left. She might fight to live through this, but her own body won't give her much of a chance.
Ella pushes herself up to her knees. Blood has appeared on the lower region of her belly.
Help me! Look at me! I don't know what's going on. I'm here! I'm right
By the way, are you heading up to the cabin this weekend?
Planning on it. I need to remember where I left my ice fishing tools.
Shut up! Ouch, please. Shut up about your plans. Oh, Ella, wake up. I can't watch this. I can't deal with this. This has to be a nightmare or some sort of punishment. I know I made mistakes in life with the people I love. I should have left. I should have forgiven him. I have to figure out how to get out of this.
Ella gasps and freezes. The pain passes, and she breathes again.
Focus, Ella. You're on your own. No, not on your own. You have a baby, and they need you to fight through this. But how? I don't know how. What the hell can I do?
Where is she? Where's Ella?
Who's that?
Darcy bursts into the room. The nurse runs over to try to stop her.
Ma'am, you have to leave. We're in the middle of an operation.
Shit. Is that Ella? What happened to her? Tell me, please. I'm her best friend and godmother of that child.
Darcy, I'm here. You have to help me.
A car slid on the ice and hit her when she was walking. We'll be getting the baby out now, but you need to leave. You should call her husband.
You really want me to call that Mr. Long Gone cheating prick? There's no freaking husband. Got it? We have each other. That's all we need. I beg you, please, save them both.
Get her out of here. I need your assistance now. It's urgent.
Ma'am, please, before I call security, get out.
No, I need you. Don't leave me.
I thought I heard. Fine. I'm leaving. I'll be waiting just outside the door for them.
Darcy exits. Ella collapses to the ground and sobs. The machines begin to alarm.
This doesn't look good. I think she's bleeding out. Quick, get the blanket.
Just get it all over with already. Kill me. I can't deal with this pain anymore. It's too much. I'm so sorry, darling. I'm so sorry, Darcy.
The machines stop the alarm. The nurse grabs a blanket from the crib and holds it out. A soft wail fills the room. Ella slowly uncurls herself at the sound.
Place him in the crib. Ella's beginning to hemorrhage. We might be able to save her.
Him? I have a son?
She pushes herself up and shuffles over to the crib.
Oh, darling. You're beautiful. You're here. You're finally here.
A new heartbeat pulse begins. This one is much quicker than Ella's.
This isn't good. She's falling quickly. Where's the help?
I paged them. They should be here by now. Do you think she'll pull through?
It was a miracle her son survived the accident and the operation. I don't know what to call it if she can manage to do the same.
What's going on?
She's bleeding out. We need to find out where from so we can begin suction. I've never seen anything like this.
No, you need to stop the bleeding. I haven't died yet. I'm still here. I would have disappeared by now, right? Ella, you need to pull through. Your son is here. He needs you. He's the most wonderful thing you have ever seen, and he needs you to wake up.
Ella runs to the bed and grabs her legs. The machines stop blaring.
It stopped? But where was it coming from? Go check the baby for a second.
He stopped breathing. There's something wrong with him.
Don't hurt him. Please, be gentle. I beg you, just forget about me. Take care of him. I don't want him to hurt. Shh, darling. You'll be okay. Shh.
Ella touches her son.
What? Wait, he's breathing fine now.
1 minute she's dying, then she's fine. Next minute, same thing happens to him.
Ella looks down at her hands. Her heartbeat begins to flatline.
Blood pressure is dropping.
Dr. Turner and the nurse return to Ella's body. Ella stays next to the crib.
I can't save both of us? That's not fair. He's my boy. I have to save him, to hold him, to be with him.
She's going now. What else can we do?
I fear she might already be far gone by now.
I'm not gone. Not yet.
Ella kneels beside the crib.
Hey there, little guy. I guess you probably need a name. Darcy says that her name works for any gender, but between you and me, I don't think I could handle two Darcys running around and screaming around the apartment. You know who you are? You are my little savior, and you are mine. I don't know if you can tell I'm here. I'm the one whose heartbeat you've been listening to for some time now. I may not be here physically, but I'll always be with you and protecting you. Darcy, too. Oh, you'll love her. She's the greatest.
I believe, nurse, it might be time to notify her friend. Ella bends down and kisses Xavier's head. Her heartbeat flatlines again. She steps towards the darkness and turns back to the crib.
I promise you, Xavier, I'll take care of you. You have me. You always have me.
Ella steps into the darkness. The crib is the only thing we see. Xavier's heartbeat continues on.
Dr. Turner, wait. Something's happening.
The flatline stops. Ella's heartbeat returns. Her heartbeat intertwines together with her son's, making a singular rhythmic beat. End of play.
Well, look who I ran into, crowed Coincidence. Please, flirted Fate, this was meant to be. Words by Joseph Gordon-Levitt inspires this romantic drama. Fate meets Coincidence, the pair trapped in a pub due to a violent thunderstorm. The torn ex-couple struggle through their differences, and they ponder if they are being given a second attempt, or if it is simply a chance that they shouldn't read into. My name is Erin Waldrum, and I hope you enjoy my play.
Interior pub night. Thunder cracks and light flickers as it storms heavily outside. The sound of other patrons murmur in the background. Fate sits on a stool at a long table.
Can I get a refill?
A hand reaches to grab the cup and takes it. Coincidence enters. He shakes rain off his hat.
Well, well, well. What are the odds?
Oh, nonsense, darling. It was meant to be.
My dearest Fate.
Coincidence. How long do we have this time?
Until the storm passes, then I'm on my way.
Well, then let's at least make this fun. Can I get a vodka martini with that?
2 drinks slide across the table towards them.
Good service. You come here often?
73 years since I've run into you, and that's the best line you can come up with?
2.
I'm sorry?
I have 72 years, 9 months, and 13 days since we last met.
Not like you're counting or anything.
What do you think? I'm Father Time.
The storm continues loudly.
So, have all these years treated you well?
Well, there's always been the most unexpected ups and downs. I never know what to expect, but I always come out all right in the end. And you, oh, my dear, you, well, you look as radiant as ever.
Careful, flirt. Life goes on exactly as it should. There have been some harsher times, of course, but I've also made it out relatively unscathed. Just.
What?
No, this happens every time, doesn't it? I mean, really, darling. A storm bringing you in to the exact place and the exact time I happen to be here. And yet you stand there, completely silent, unless you're correcting me or mindlessly flirting, unable to start any sort of conversation on your own, and completely unwilling to pretend like there's anything but simple civility between us.
My dear, does the situation not fit you perfectly? What odds could there be that I would happen upon you? Surely it was predestined. And yet it's no easier. It feels terribly awkward for something that could ever be the intentions of a higher being.
Well, at least I'm trying to speak with you, starting conversations. You'd think, after centuries of existence, you might have heard about it.
Well, at least I'm not pretending we were just a failed act. You speak like everything is fine, but you can hardly meet my eyes.
There is no need for a scene, darling.
A scene for what audience? You and me, we're the ones who will remember this for the next millennium. I'd rather be loud and truthful now than regret being silent.
And I would much rather not fight anymore. We did more than enough of that in our past. And beings such as us, in a big quarrel can be dangerous.
Which is exactly why we shouldn't let these feelings fester. I'm so sorry. I'd like to mend this bridge. To speak with you again.
Well, maybe I don't want to risk hurting again. You'll say what you're meant to say and do what you're meant to do. I've made peace with this fact.
Yeah, there you go again. Throwing away all responsibility, all thanks to the fact that it's all a big plan.
And what's my alternative?
Oh, what?
How else should I think of this? Of all that's transpired between us? Decades of fighting for you. Decades of pain. Well, I suppose I'd rather believe that we were meant to work out. And, well, really, the alternative is one of us didn't fight hard enough. And for a man like you, who claims to take every opportunity he stumbles across, you've certainly missed a very large one.
The storm in the background grows louder, raging on.
What about you? You can't pin this all on me. The seconds things started going downhill, dearest, you flew off the handle, refusing change, a second chance. And why? Because your stubbornness, your conviction that we aren't meant to be, but we are. Every moment we had together, hell, even now, even our time now, it feels remarkable. Like nothing in the universe could have planned for this. Like if one butterfly flapped a different wing, we'd be entirely in different places, spaces. There's no connection, no reason for it, but it is, and what it is and was so powerful. Now we both may be timeless, but there are two things that scare me. That's power and things that make me question myself. And you do both. So yes, yeah, I held back. I never knew what else to do, and Jesus. You're laughing. What on earth could you possibly be laughing about?
Nothing, okay? There's just something so. Are you hearing us right now? You never chased me because it felt too coincidental, and I stopped chasing you when I felt it was fate that would fail, and we're as headstrong as we were when we were children.
You're losing your mind.
Perhaps, but it's oddly reassuring to know we're both equally as difficult.
I prefer the term strong-willed.
More like obstinate.
Let's not butt heads over this now.
Well, We need something to keep us occupied over the years.
I'm sure we'll have plenty of things to be unyielding about in the future, dearest.
Why? Are you planning to see me again in the future?
It's not impossible.
You thinking ahead to the future most certainly is. I'm almost impressed.
People can change. Their paths can change. I know the concept is difficult for you.
Not fully. I admit change is not a concept I'm fond of, but whether the change is predestined or not, I can't deny that it's there.
The sound of rain is fading.
What would you say to change between us?
Now, there's a proposal. What exactly do you have in mind?
Don't be so sinister. I fear I've taken your presence for granted over the years. I'd like to keep in touch again. If planning regular communication for the future isn't too much for you, of course.
I think I can manage. If only to watch you swallow your pride and admit you could be wrong about our destiny.
I don't accept defeat very often, but on this matter, I truly hope that I am proven wrong. I rather miss your chaotic honesty.
The sound of the raucous thunderstorm fades to silence.
I suppose this means you ought to be on your way.
Yeah. Yes. The storm is over.
What are the odds?
Nonsense, darling. It was meant to be.
Coincidence kisses fate's hand.
My dearest fate.
Coincidence.
Coincidence exits the way he came, leaving fate alone once again. A drink slides towards her. End of play.
A hero and his nemesis discuss their everyday lives and their professions while waiting for the end of the world. Hi, I'm Sebastian Orr Griffin, and this is my play, Symptoms of a Hero.
Scene 1. A voice echoes throughout a military base. Agent X bursts into Dr. Resurgence's lab.
Luna, pull, active. T minus 10 minutes till orbital decay. T minus 10.
Oh, crap. I didn't mean to do that.
What do you mean? Shut it off.
I don't actually think I can.
Enough games, Resurgent. Tell me how to stop this machine.
I can't. I can't stop the machine.
Agent X rushes to the console and starts pressing all the buttons.
There has to be a way. Come on. You designed this. There's got to be a way to stop it. A program, a switch, a button. Fucking say something. So you've done it. You finally got your wish. Humanity will be wiped out.
I never wanted to kill humanity, all right? Just scare it a little bit.
Well, consider us terrified. Good job.
T minus 9 minutes till lunar impact.
Agent X stands away from the console. He slams his fist against it and kicks it.
Why would you build a machine that works anyways? Couldn't you just lie about it?
Would you have believed it if I did?
Probably not.
Well, then that's why.
A silence falls between them. Agent X rushes Dr. Resurgence. He grabs him by the collar and raises his fist. Dr. Resurgence tenses up, awaiting the punch, but Agent X puts his fist down and lets him go. He He steps away from him and sits down against the console.
What's the matter with you? I've never seen you give up so easily. A last-ditch effort? All or nothing?
It's nothing. Look, Doc, we're talking about the moon here. Not much I can do about it but sit and watch unless you got a massive trampoline I can bounce off. It's just hard to see the light at the end of this tunnel for this one.
Agent X pulls out a cigarette from his back pocket. He puts it in his mouth and lights it.
You smoke?
Sometimes.
He hands Dr. Resurgence a cigarette and lights it for him.
Thanks. I have a bunker. I did plan in case this did happen. We'd have enough food to last a few years.
We?
Yeah, you're welcome to come.
T minus 8 minutes till lunar impact.
Have a family, you know.
I know.
Can't leave them behind like that. What if they die and I make it? What kind of person would I be?
Where do they live?
As if I tell you, you'll just use it against me later.
I'm trying to help here. Where do they live?
Utah, Salt Lake City.
Okay. The impact zone is a self-specific. If they go into their basement, they should survive. They have a basement.
Cellar.
Well, that would work.
I don't have a phone, though. I lost it when I drove my tank to break through your wall.
Well, here, use mine.
He hands Agent X his phone. He dials. The phone rings.
Hello?
Hey, honey, it's me. It's Hank. Listen, I want you to take the kids and bring them down to the cellar, okay?
Why? What's happening?
I don't really have time to explain. I just need you to go down there with the kids and seal the doors, okay?
Hank, you're scaring me. What's going on?
Can you see the moon from outside?
Yes. Oh my god. It's getting closer. Hank?
Go now, please.
Well, what will you do?
I have a plan. I'll be okay.
Okay.
You'll feel the earth shake, but don't panic, okay? Don't panic. The foundations are strong. If you survive, call me on this number.
Okay.
The phone starts to glitch.
Maureen? Maureen! I love you, honey.
Agent X removes the phone from his ear and gives it back to the doctor.
Hank.
Shut up.
I'm Norm.
T minus 5 minutes till lunar impact.
So the bunker, are we heading over to it now?
Agent X gets up and ready to go, but the doctor stays.
I'm a villain, Hank. I don't deserve the bunker with you. You save the world every time I'm in a pissy mood and want to blow everything up. Everything I've done was to cause pain. Go. Survive for your family.
Look, I come in, break down your door with a tank, shoot and kill pretty much everyone in the building and destroy your creations, costing you possibly millions of dollars. That's my job.
And you get applauded for it.
I go home, but with blood on my hands. So all I'm saying is, I'm not all good. But you let me call my wife today, so you're not all bad. I don't know. The lines are blurry now between good and evil. I do evil stuff, but do the one right thing and people applaud. Stuff you don't see. Jeez. Can you imagine the headlines? How would they read if they told you everything I do? Man breaks into lab, kills all employees, and destroys priceless machines. But instead, it's man saves the world.
Again.
Yeah. And
she sounded so afraid, your wife.
But now she has a better chance to survive because of you.
T minus 4 minutes till lunar impact.
Now, when you get up, there's probably a code I need to get in, right?
7, 8, 0, 3, 4, 2, 5.
All right, get up. Norm, come on.
No, I ended the world. It's fitting I die with it.
Suit yourself.
Agent X walks away, then stops. He looks back to Dr. Resurgence, walks over, and picks him up.
Hey, would you stop? I said I don't want to go.
Listen, I'm not going to let you die here, nemesis or not.
Why not?
I killed a lot of people to get to you. How many people did you kill? What?
I don't know. You always stop me right before I do.
So I've killed more people than you.
I had 156 men here in this base, and now I'm down to 10.
See? Meaning I'm a worse guy than you are.
Well, from a certain point of view, yeah, but right now, my numbers trump yours tenfold. I'll always be the guy who ended the world.
Look, Doc, all I do is kill people. As much as the agency covers it up, I kill a lot. But you know what? I'm done. It'll all be over soon, and this is my shot to get away from that life. So let me save you.
T minus 3 minutes till lunar impact.
If we survive with your technology, you could be the guy who saves the world. The ultimate redemption. And we have proof that your machines, they work. We'll need people like you to rebuild. See it as a reset. I mean, Dr. Resurgence, he could disappear. You could be Norm. Now, can we go? We're cutting it kind of close.
T minus 1 minute till lunar impact.
Okay, come on, Hank. Let's go.
Thanks. Norm.
They rush out of the room. We hear a rumbling, a large crash. The lights go out. Everything goes quiet. A phone rings. End of play.
Hi there. So now we will have a brief Q&A with our final 3 playwrights. Up first, we have Marie Chantal Chamberlain, Watching, Waiting. Hi, Marie. How are you?
Hi, Lori. Pretty good. How are you doing, Lori?
Very well. So there's a wonderful thing that happens in your play of Ella fighting to stay in the world. She's sort of stuck in this liminal world between life and death, watching herself be operated on, but she's putting up a fight. Is this a play about the power of love to remain and to continue with the people you love?
I definitely think it is a play about finding your own strength, especially in the toughest of situations. And like you said, is it a play about love? It's definitely a play about wanting to be there for the people you care about. And while love is a scary thing, you also find strength in its vulnerability, which is what happens to Ella. She sees her son for the first time, and she's like, I have to keep fighting. I have to fight for him. I have to fight for myself. I have to fight for Darcy. And ultimately, it is just about her. Like, I love these people, and I'm not going down without a fight.
Great. Are you drawn to stories in which characters experience other worlds or find themselves in unusual or fantastic situations? Is this something you think you'll explore further as a writer?
I'm definitely interested in the drama that comes with finding yourself in a challenging situation, whether that be in the more normal world or in a fictional world. It'll have to depend with what kind of ideas I come up with. But I always like giving characters a new obstacle that hasn't been explored before. So I definitely want to see where that takes me in the future. I'm looking forward to it, actually.
That's wonderful. And my last question, that just there's such a nice mystery at the end as Ella's heartbeat returns. Was it important for you to end with a surprise and this sense of hope?
Yeah. I went through a lot of drafts writing this play. The first few, it didn't have a happy ending, and what kind of inspired me to change it was just seeing everything with COVID the last few years. I wanted a happy ending for once. So especially with the sound, instead of just showing it, I just wanted people to hear it and be like, yes, she's back. She's with her son. They're together. Everything's going to be okay. And that's what I just want people to know when they're like watching this, that despite all the troubles, we're all going to be okay.
That's a wonderful note for the play. And it's interesting for all of us to see how what we're going through now is impacting on our writing. And it's great when it impacts in a way that is interpreted as positive. So thank you for that, Chantel.
Thank you.
And our next play and playwright, Fate Meets Coincidence by Aaron Waldron. I think we got Sebastian up there, and I can do a Q&A with Sebastian, and then we'll go back to Aaron. So Sebastian, I'm going to pick up on a theme that just got raised about where we are now, fighting something that's really overwhelming us. And this is what's constantly happening in superhero films. Somebody's always trying to end the world or destroy the world or take it over and change it irrevocably. Is that something you feel that you as a writer want to grapple with? Just this whole idea of endings and people with the power to do that?
Not really. The story was more of just a commentary on all of the the spy stuff that's been coming out, like the James Bond, the Mission Impossibles, all of that, and there's a lot, right? So I wanted to somewhat point out the cliches and make a good story out of it with the two main characters just interacting.
And that's a really good point, picking up on the idea of a takeoff on all these supervillains, because I know at one point in one of the Bond movies, James Bond is asked, "What do you do for a living?" And he says, "Well, I kill people," which is exactly what you've got. And when we get the body count from the different characters, we realize you deal with this sort of thing of who is the villain and who is not.
Yeah.
Where did you get the title from? Symptoms of a hero. Is that again connected to this whole idea of satire and satirizing?
A little bit, yeah. There's not really a big origin to the title. It was just something I came up with on the spot. But it just, it just tells people that being a hero doesn't necessarily mean doing the right things. And symptoms is generally a negative tone. So using hero and symptom in the same title felt kind of weird and exactly what my story is about. It's like symptoms of being a hero with everything that hides behind the idealistic world savior.
And what's great about the play is that there's all these things under the surface that hint at other themes that are running through it. And I love the way they come together at the end and actually argue about who is going to make the greatest sacrifice. So I'm going to ask you a question I have asked before, and that's who's your favorite hero, a superhero? But if you give me your favorite superhero, would that superhero have influenced this play in any way?
My favorite superhero is Doctor Strange, so I don't really think there's any relevance to the play, but I would say my favorite super spy character is probably Ethan Hunt from Mission Impossible.
Okay.
But superhero Doctor Strange, just I find he's really cool.
Yeah. And of course, Doctor Strange has the ability to alter worlds. He would probably be able to take the moon and push it back.
Oh, for sure.
For sure. There's things we can rely on for superheroes. Thank you very much, Sebastian.
Thank you.
And lots of fun there, and a great way to end the evening with your play, The Symptoms of a Hero. Let's see, there she is. There's Erin Waldrum with our play Fate Meets Coincidence. So a question for you, Erin. There's a quote in your play, "You and me are the ones who will remember this for the next millennium." And there's a lot of references to time in your play, long periods of time. So I'm going to ask you, are fate and coincidence trapped?
I wouldn't say that they're trapped. I would say they simply exist. I have a fascination with writing characters who are much older than they appear physically, that have existed for a long time and will continue to. And they simply have to keep on going. There's no out for them because they, as concepts, will continue on forever.
Okay. And is this play a reflection then on what you think can happen in a lot of relationships?
Yes, it's 100% a commentary on relationships. I believe people can get very stuck in their own ways, myself included. I'm certainly not above this, but people are stubborn and sometimes don't always see reason to change. But I believe with enough communication, there is always hope there, even if you're on completely different ends of the spectrum.
What's fascinating about your characters is that they're metaphors made tangible in the reality of the character acting out the part. Is this idea of a character as a metaphor for something you think you would pursue in your writing?
Absolutely. I love creating very obvious metaphors in my writing because it allows me to alter them drastically as I go along to make them slightly more in-depth and different from the metaphor originally.
So I'll ask you one last question, Erin. Do you personally see the world a little closer to fate or to coincidence?
My spiritual beliefs are all over the place, but I do have a fondness for the belief of fate. I think there is a course, but I also believe that we have full influence over it. It'll just be what it'll be.
Okay. Thank you very much, Erin. And
thank
you to all our playwrights. This was a great evening of entering different worlds and experiencing different characters. And everyone did a fantastic job. So I'd like to thank our audience for staying with us this evening. And everyone who was involved in Hothouse. This is our final Hothouse. It was quite a different experience this year, but it was made very joyful and very exciting by all the collaboration we had from the broadcasting students, working with our writers, and our fabulous cast of readers and actors. Thank you all. And I believe that Hannah is going to come on and say a final thank you for the whole evening. Hey, Hannah, how are you doing?
Hi, Lori. I'm doing all right. Thank you. Again, wonderful questions and great answers from our playwrights. I have a million thank yous to put out there. I'm always so grateful and so honored to get to be a part of Hothouse. So I'm going to start by thanking you, Lori. I love working next to you and alongside you, and all of your students. All of the playwrights, thank you for your creativity and for being so open to this process and for trusting me and my readers with your work. It is an honor to get to meet you every year, and it's been an honor to work with you this year. And I look forward to seeing your creations in the future and Yes, and to our technical crew with television broadcasting, everyone who's been there since the beginning. Ian, special thank you to Ian for constantly helping me with my sound and any other issues. And especially this evening, Martin, Jennifer, Sarah, Abdulaziz, and David, Greg, of course. You've made this fun. You've made this an interesting, amazing process. And I think we've all learned so much from each and every one of you. And I think it's beautiful to see media and design working together so strongly in bringing some programs together. Once more, I'd like to thank our readers and actors, Chantel, Rosalia, Kaylee, Xander, Vincent, and Mark. Without you, this wouldn't be possible. You have been amazing in shifting your focus throughout this whole event, and I'm so grateful. So thank you again. Thank you, Terry. Thank you, Dan. Thank you, everyone. And we will see you all in 2022, or hopefully before that. Take care, everyone, and have a wonderful evening.
This has been a presentation of Algonquin College Broadcasting.